Ball on EA Sports. As we'll see Joe Burrow and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Aaron Rodgers and the London Black Knights.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Rodgers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A.J. Dillon, the ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A pickup of 10. But it brings up 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
The pass.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aaron Donald. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards also. AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week, and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
Down at the 37-yard.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st down, Black Knights.
They'll run on 1st down. Callahan. And he'll go down here. In on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6. And again this time to the tailback. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
The running
the interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back for the running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone?
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a play fake. Rodgers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead...
But you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35.
It's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. And touchdown.
Complete to John Ross.
John Ross, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Jeremy Chin there defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Deontay Harris. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one, but that was way too easy.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This ball complete to Rager. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Callahan, he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Number 43.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dowditz. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The score, Black Knights 13.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Deontay Harris on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone.
He's got daylight. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And that'll make it 13-7. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, London.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Number 10.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Jaguars 7.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
27, Kareem.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Finding Harris over the middle.
Burrow's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Deontay Harris.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They run with Hunt. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
15-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Burrow looking to pass. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, London.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The ball carried by
a good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Here's Harris to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they They see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. On second down, here's Burrow. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brought down back at the 21.
Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. This pass complete to Higgins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
His kick is no good.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 20.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Callahan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Rodgers.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
22. Jaguars 14.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Joe Burrow's sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd down, Burrow. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Burrow's pass.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Josh Allen.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They come up short here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 25 yards that time.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that one, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
Makes the score black.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4 quarters, hours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
26-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. On 1st down, Dobbins. And some room to roam now. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So now the Jags down by 12. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
Burrows.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensive. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Tonight's
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.